こんにちは、ビッグピクチャーズファシリテーターの飯島です。これから30秒後に0から25億円を稼いだペーガンの動画をご覧いただきますが、その前に今回から始まる全5回の動画のご説明をいたします。第1回は、オフィスなし、スタッフなしで富を築く、ペーガンによる最速で10億円を稼ぐ法則。第2回は、車椅子のアンソニー・ロビンズと言われるショーン・スティーブンスンによる世界ナンバーワンマインドセットの法則。第3回は、わずか数年でほぼゼロの売り上げを1000億円にしたザッポス CEO トニー・シェイによる新しい時代の起業の法則。第4回はノーベル平和賞受賞者であるダライラマ14世の心の法則と、同じくノーベル平和賞受賞者のデクラーク元南アフリカ大統領の次世代リーダーの条件です。第5回は世界的ベストセラーであるザ・シークレットにも出演したビル・ハリスによる年収210万円から50億を稼ぎ出す魔法をお届けします。これらの映像を見てワークをすることで、あなたが全くのゼロからでも億円単位を稼ぐ思考へとご案内いたします。それではまず第1回、オフィスなし、スタッフなしで富を築く、ペーガンの最速で10億円を稼ぐ法則をご覧ください。
Who here owns a business? Wow. Who here doesn't own a business but would like to own one soon? Okay, so most of us. Great. And so I took some of my business ideas and marketing ideas and leadership ideas and I put them together into something that I hope will be very valuable to you as you find your own way into this new thing that I think we're creating together. Is some of my best ideas on how to make yourself successful individually, how to then take that as a foundation and make your business successful so that you can enjoy success, and then take those skills and that experience and those resources and kind of point it at a significant issue or a significant problem. Maybe consider the idea that it's okay to really become very selfish, not in an egocentric way, but very selfish in terms of making yourself powerful first, and then creating success in the world and making yourself successful and your business successful first, and then using it as a platform to launch your bigger contribution. Does that make sense to you? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a voice or a way of talking that might strike you as a little strange, but I think that it'll also resonate for you. And after many years of studying success and development and how to make things happen, I've realized that there's a common voice that's coming together in the world. We're all starting to have a similar voice about where things need to go, how things need to change, how we need to develop as individuals, as communities, and as the world. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the words, we need you too. We all need you as an individual to do things so that you serve yourself and then you serve all of us. And I'm not saying that I speak for everyone, but I think that as I say it and you hear my version of our voice, maybe it can resonate for you. Maybe it can help you have a few ahas. Maybe it can call out a little higher you to get what you really need to get done in your own life and in your business so that you can help us all become successful. Your business success ritual. Exactly. What are the high value creation things in business? Does anyone know? What makes money long term in business and creates equity, value, and growth? There are really three things. Here's what they are. Three things: products, marketing, and relationships. Those are the big money makers. Those are the big value creators. Products, marketing, and relationships. A guy that's worked with me on my team for about 6 years now, Ralph, kind of a heavy hitter, operations and finance guy, been a CFO and VP of finance at big multi-$100-million companies. He has a saying. He says, "Give me SKUs. I just want SKUs." You know what a SKU is? Okay? I want more products. Give me more products on the shelf and the business will grow. You know what I've found? The more products we create, the more diversity we have, the more we serve our clients, just the more lifetime value a customer has. More products. Marketing. Marketing is marketing and sales. And it's everything that you do to build partnerships, to do advertising, to do conversion, copywriting, one-to-one selling. Anything that gets a customer to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm a prospective customer, gets them to buy, takes good care of them for the long run, upsells them and sells them other things. And then relationships. Relationships with your partners, relationships with your team, your employees, relationships with investors. As a business owner, that's what makes the cash register ring long term. That's where the lifetime value is. So I'm going to give you a few techniques. I'm going to give them to you rapid fire. If you're creating a product or launching a business or launching a niche, it's very important that you use a methodology to choose a good one. Most businesses fail, right? You've probably heard Michael Gerber, the author of the E-Myth. 80% of businesses fail the first 5 years. 80% of those that are left fail the next 5 years. 96% fail in the first 10 years, and that's not the great tragedy. The great tragedy is those that survive, because the owners are married to their business, and it's sucking up their life and killing them. Failure, you learn a lot from it, and you can learn from it and get a lot of lessons. But if you're going to start a business or launch a product or create a niche, I'd much rather that you succeeded. And instead of having a 5 or 10% probability of success, I'd much rather you had an 80 or 90% probability. So I'm going to teach you something right now that has taken me many years to develop. It's something that I use myself. I call it the 3-question niche test. What I'd like you to do is ask yourself these 3 questions anytime you're choosing a niche, developing a product, or launching a business. If you get 3 yeses to these 3 questions, then you owe it to yourself to try out this niche or this product or this business. If you do not get 3 yeses, then keep tweaking and polishing until you do. Most business ideas that people give me or tell me get 3 no's. If they're lucky, they get 1 yes. The first question: is my prospective customer experiencing pain and urgency or irrational passion? Is my prospective customer experiencing pain and urgency or irrational passion? Pain and urgency or irrational passion. In other words, is my prospective customer feeling strong emotions? Why is it important that they be experiencing strong emotions? By the way, pain and urgency motivate people a lot more than passion. We don't want to admit it to ourselves, but most people that go out and buy things, it's out of fear, lack, scarcity. There's something that is a pain or an anxiety that they're trying to fill. Why is it important that they're feeling strong emotions? Because if they're not motivated, then you're trying to play the game of motivating people to act. And that is not easy. We, the professionals, try not to play that game. It's expensive and it usually doesn't work. The second question: is my prospective customer proactively looking for solutions? Is my prospective customer proactively looking for solutions? In other words, have they gotten up off of their lazy, apathetic butt and started to do something about it? Why is it important that they be proactively looking for solutions? Because if they're not, then you've got to try to convince them to buy what you're selling. And convincing people to buy what you're selling is also a very expensive, losing proposition. People don't want to be talked into things. They want to think that it was their idea. It's one of the reasons why I like search marketing so much, search engine marketing, because by definition, they're looking for a solution. And if you can't make it work in search marketing with SEO or pay-per-click, you're probably going to have a hard time making it work in the real world. Third question: does my prospect, from their perspective, have few or no perceived options? Does my prospect, from their perspective, have few or no perceived options? Why is it important that they have few or no perceived options? Because if they think they've got a lot of options, then you have to compete. And competing is also a losing game for most people, especially small businesses. Now, if you're a tough-minded entrepreneur and you have experience and you're very sharp, fine. Go into an area like airlines or rental cars or fast food or coffee. Go up against Starbucks or some airline that's been around for 50 years. Be my guest. When you get 3 yeses, when your prospect is experiencing a strong emotion, preferably pain and urgency, when they are proactively looking for solutions, okay, they have proven that they're out looking, and when they have few or no perceived options, that is a good niche opportunity. That's a good idea for a product. That's a good business idea, especially for smaller startup businesses. Use the 3-question niche test. It's taken me a long time and a lot of tried and failed business ideas to get to the point where I won't let an idea through unless it passes the 3-question niche test. Next, there's an idea that I call moving the free line that I'd like to explain to you. Who's heard this term, move the free line? Okay. Before I explain it to you, I'd like to explain a psychological mechanism that happens inside of human beings that I call the justice mechanism. You want to write this down because it's probably preventing you from more success than just about anything. The idea of move the free line comes from the realization that technology is changing the distribution of everything. Knowledge and technology are now the assets. They're where all the value is. Something like 73% of us in first worlds are knowledge workers. We work primarily with knowledge and secondarily manual labor with our hands. Knowledge is the commodity now, knowledge and technology. And the internet is quote unquote commoditizing all of that. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if I wanted to give a 1-hour video training away to another person and I wanted to do it in mass, it would cost me at least $20. And that's if I wanted to do 1,000 of them. I'd have to shoot the video and edit it on expensive equipment and then have it mastered and then duplicate on tapes or on DVDs and then have them stored in a warehouse and have someone put them in a container to ship them out and label them and all that labor, at least $20. And that's minimum of 1,000. Now I can sit down on my Macintosh computer and with a simple program I can make a beautiful presentation. A program like ScreenFlow makes beautiful screen cam, got the camera in there, $99. I can compress it, upload it to a free video hosting site, and I can give it away to 1 million people tonight. Okay, the game is changing. Now, what should you give away? Anyone? Next concept. This is critical for your personal success and your business success. If you don't get this one, nothing else is going to work. And I really mean this. Write down these 2 words. Stars only. Stars only. I also recommend a technique which we don't have time to go into, which is creating what I call the customer avatar. Who's in? We need you to do this stuff, guys. We need you to make yourself strong. We really need you to do it. We need you to do whatever it takes. If you need to take some time on your own, you need to go on a trip, you need to move somewhere, whatever it takes. You need to get over some addictions. You need to work on some unhealthy relationships. You need to get some therapy and work on emotional issues. We need you to do it. We really need you to do it. And then, once you've made yourself strong, you've mastered yourself, then we need you to go and master success and make yourself successful so that you go up those Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you get your safety and security and survival and self-expression, you get all those things done, check them off the list, so that you can then channel all of that into helping all of us. That's the equation. That's what we need you to do. Who has gotten some value and something useful from what I just taught you? Okay. Thank
い
you.
かがでしたでしょうか。来週までに第2回車椅子のアンソニー・ロビンズと言われるショーン・スティーブンスンの世界ナンバーワンのマインドセットの法則をご紹介いたします。ショーンは生まれた時に医師から死を宣告され、18歳までに200箇所以上の骨が砕けるという経験をしました。しかしショーンはある重要な法則に気がついたのです。成功には必ずマインドセットが必要だと言われています。彼が語る世界ナンバーワンのマインドセットの法則を身につけることで、あなたの成功はさらに加速します。それではまたお会いしましょう。